What's up, guys? It's your boy Palacio.
It's the boy Eli.
And we back. Took us finally, what did you say, it was 2 years?
2 years, man. I just looked on YouTube. 2 whole years.
2 years to get this podcast back. But it's better than ever, man. We got an actual studio. Getting this thing going, man. Just, I don't know. It just took forever.
Feels like the first game jitters.
Today, we're just going to do a little overview of what's been going on, guys. It's been 2 years since we did the podcast.
Life has been lifing.
Yeah, got into a new place. You know, both of us. It's good, man. We want to do these podcasts at least once a week with me and Eli. I'm still gonna do my movie reviews, maybe fight predictions. We got the Super Bowl and playoffs coming up, so you know
that we are
them Cowboys.
Life has just been lifing.
Yeah,
you know what? We both thought it was like a year and some change. It has been like since we last did one, but 2 whole years is. It's crazy, and it went by like that.
Yeah, like I think I did the announcement that we were gonna get the podcast back in November, and even that it feels so much. You know, it went by so quick.
But we're here, and that's all that matters. We're here. We're back.
Coming into 2023, we're gonna try to do these videos, like I said, at least once a week. Me and Eli, if there's something comes up,
we pinky promise.
I know we say that like literally every time we shoot.
We pinky promise this time.
Yeah, it's like literally every time. We're like, oh, don't worry, stick with us. We're gonna get these out, and then like 3-4 months goes by.
But finally, I think we're both in a place where life has finally like settled down for both of us. Because during this 2 year span, like you said, he got married. You know. He has like a family to deal with now, and we both ended up catching COVID, I believe, like during this time.
I've got it 3 times.
Luckily, he's still alive, so like we both ended up catching COVID.
Yeah,
I had some family stuff I had to deal with, you know, losing my grandmother and stuff. Like, I was kind of in the dumps. I wasn't really ready to be out and about, but you know, life's about dealing with adversity. We had some adversity to deal with, but you know, we're back better than ever, stronger than ever.
Yeah, man. And now we don't have just a green screen. You know, I appreciated the green screen, how well it worked, man. But
shout out the green screen.
But we had like coordinate on the iPhone, just when the green screen, one mic, no pillow, no pillowcase. You know, and you know, now we have a studio. Took a while. I mean, shit, I had to paint this, get different audio stuff, get a whole new laptop. It feels like almost unreal that we're starting to do it now. Yeah, like I feel excited.
It's like the first game jitters. It feels my first time back on camera.
Yeah, man.
A little shy, but you know, once we get the ball rolling on things, you know, things are gonna be a lot better. It's gonna start feeling comfortable, start feeling natural again, start feeling like it's, you know, like it's right.
It's just it's gonna take a little time to get used to being behind the camera again.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's
like the first time we did the podcast. I feel like we did like 20 takes before we actually like. You're like, all right, well, we're not recording, so let's record. We pretend we are recording, and then we'll talk, and then we recorded, and I don't know. And we, you know, we've only had like, I think like, less than a dozen actual episodes.
Yeah.
But you know, it was fun. It's still fun to do, and
definitely, it's exciting. It's, you know, just kind of get our rocks off, if you will. Keep it PG. Get our rocks off, and just. Talk about things. We can talk about my boy Luka going absolutely bonkers, going ape-s.
Yeah, Luka did. He was the first to hit 60 points and triple double or something like that.
Well, it was 60 points, 20 rebounds, like the first ever 60-20.
It's pretty crazy.
Not even Wilt has done that, and that is an astonishing thing. He beat the Wilt. Only Wilt has done this kind of category. So you know, he's the best player in the NBA, best player ever. You know, I'm just gonna. Better than LeBron, better than Jordan, better than whoever you want to name. I don't care.
Did you watch that Shaq documentary? I think it's on HBO Max or something.
Oh, no, I haven't.
No? Oh, so good. You should check it out, bro. We're talking about how Shaq was like 6 feet at like 11 years old.
That's insane.
Bro, it's wild. And all the stuff you had to go through, and then meeting Kobe and all that. It's crazy. I mean, I think the league's doing good. You know, we were talking about football a little earlier.
But we're in the prime of basketball season right now. It's, you know, almost middle of the season kind of. You're starting to see what teams are legit, what teams aren't really legit. So it's a good time for sports. It's the best time for sports right now. Sports is at its peak right now.
Yeah, we just finished the World Cup with soccer and all that.
That was a badass final. I didn't even watch soccer, but that final was badass.
I couldn't name except for like
we only care about this every 4 years.
Yeah. Like FC Dallas. Like I haven't even been in one of them games. I know about them, but where are they in like?
Well, Frisco's far as hell.
Frisco.
It's in Oklahoma.
I remember one of our first podcast. We were talking about how XFL was going to be a thing. And
well, it's coming back. They're making it again.
It seems like there's always something going on with XFL, man.
Well, apparently Arlington still has a team, so it's exciting.
Yeah,
cheaper than Cowboy games.
That's true.
The XFL was fun while it lasted over here. COVID kind of ruined things, but I went to like 2 or 3 of those games and
COVID ruined a lot, man.
Yeah, they were ass, but it was fun. And like the beers were $6. Like what?
Oh yeah.
Pretty sure things would be changing now, inflation and whatnot. But
dude, I don't even know how people are keeping up. I got a recent new job. For those who don't know, I'm paramedic. Out here in the streets, trying to do what I can, help people. But it's crazy, dude. Just to see like, I don't know if it's like the medical side. I had cholecystitis, so I had to get my gallbladder removed. And luckily, I had insurance, so the whole thing ended up only costing me like, I think it was like $4,000 total. But like people without insurance, that could easily be like $50,000.
Yeah,
and then like, what are you supposed to do with that for the rest of your life?
I'd rather just die.
But I'm 27. My mom was raising 3 kids at like 18, 19 years old, with help of family and stuff. But like somehow they did it, and I just feel like the way that we're headed with inflation and all that is. I don't understand how there's like grown ass families with kids and everybody living in the same house. I don't get it how people are surviving.
We got some fish in the apartment. That right there is expensive. Just taking care of some fish.
Yeah, man.
I can't imagine people dealing with kids. I don't know how you gonna do it.
I don't know how to say it. People were more adults than we are adults now. Like 20 years ago, 30 years ago. Like, and I know like it's like a boomers thing or whatever, be like, oh, I got my house when I was 21 and I was working at a grocery store and you can do it too, don't be lazy. But like I'm working 48 to 53 hours minimum a week, and then I just worked like 65 hours last week. If I didn't have a good paying job, that's what I would have to do all the time just to like live and survive and everything. And I got a kid on the way, so
that's gonna be regular for you pretty soon.
Yeah, but it's like I got a pretty good paying job, and Sabrina, my wife, thankfully, she has a good paying job too, and we're doing all right. But it's just, if you only have one person who's
you can't do that these days.
I just don't know how it's possible.
It's not, unless you hit the lottery or something. But
yeah, not to mention if you're like, well, how old are you? 26?
26.
Yeah, 26 out here. Basically, anybody you're dating, it's like you're gonna be stepdad. I mean, that's the reality of it.
I'm gonna beat those allegations.
Oh man. I mean, it's wild. Like, just everything is just so much like faster paced now, man. It just like, I feel like COVID ramped us up like 10, 15 plus years.
I think everything's on catch up mode, just because like the world kind of stopped, so everything's on.
Bro, I'm telling you, I remember the moment I was working. It was my first hospital job, and I was eating lunch in the break room, and I saw that Trump was going to run for president. And at that point, I think we split off into like an alternate dimension, and just everything fucking hit the fan. Because it's like, it's crazy. It's so crazy. Like, he's going to run again. The fucking economy. There's another war. I mean, Ukraine's still fighting.
Yeah.
Where did that coverage go? Like, it was hot for like a week. I remember watching CNN and seeing like the fight footage and everything. I can't, like, we've never been alive for an actual war. I mean, we had like Iraq and Afghanistan, but we were kind of too young.
Well, I think this is like
that's not even it wasn't an official.
Yeah.
Well,
even at that, like back then, we didn't have the social media thing that we have now, and the videos that you see on social media alone of everything happening over there it's kind of like you get more into it, I guess, if that makes sense. So I remember seeing videos of people in Ukraine like with RPGs shooting at tanks and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean,
it's just like, what the hell?
You just look up like hashtag like Ukraine or anything like that. Yeah. You can watch some fighting like right now. It's wild, like all the footage and everything. And there's a whole bunch of different channels that follow it. And there's a couple military people that I follow that like they're experts in like tanks and stuff like that, and they're describing like the kind of artillery and everything like that they're using, and it's just wild to see like that's happening in our lifetime, and that's on the other side of the world, and it kind of just doesn't get talked about. But then like Pete Davidson and Kim Kardashian breaking up, like that's like world news, like on every social media. Like it's wild, dude. Like I saw he was gonna be dating that Wendy girl, like from the Addams Family. Like he was trying to. That was like on my feed for 3 days. I'm like, I don't give two shits about that, but that's what we're worried about now. And I mean, he out there. he's got some baddies. Last 2 years, life is gone up and down, and it's been all crazy, and you know, doing this podcast is the least of our worries, but it's fun to do, and you know, you got to find something to beat the stress of it all. I mean, my job is very, very stressful, and I don't know what I would do if I didn't have like family to talk to or to help me out,
or just to get like,
you know,
an outlet.
mentally, or working out, or just doing something. You know, you got to do something for you, and even now it feels like you can't not have a side hustle these days. Like you just can't. I remember before COVID, like OnlyFans was like barely hitting off, and now it's like I see it in my timeline. Like it's impossible not to, like people just doing stuff. Like, you know, when we went to high school, it was crazy if someone got their nudes leaked.
Oh yeah.
And now they're selling them for like $2.99 a piece for like a month. It's wild, dude. Like what is this world? It's crazy. It's crazy, like the evolution of everything.
Life is insane. I think we're just like at like the beginning of like the whole like era of it too. Like down the line, once things kind of like keep evolving, like the social media and the internet, I think it's gonna get like 10 times crazier.
Well, I didn't even expect, like I'm 27. I feel old and young at the same time. I feel like I'm too old for TikTok. Like I tried it for like a day, and I was like, this ain't me, man. What am I looking like watching these people dance to try to get viral or like do stupid shit? Like I'm good.
I mean, every now and then, like you get some good educational or like life hack kind of things.
Yeah, that's why I got Instagram Reels. It's fine with me.
Nah, it's not that fun.
I watch everything from TikTok a month later on Instagram. It's cool with me. I'm chilling. Movies or everything's just like about. I mean, it's always about money, but like
I know a lot of people having issues like with the Marvel movies that have recently been put out.
I got a lot to say about that, but it's like just like okay, for instance, like the Star Wars, like the last 3 movies were shit. They were pretty bad. Yeah. They hit off with The Mandalorian, but it was like a standalone film.
The Kenobi series was top tier.
Okay, the Kenobi series was badass. I finished that in like a day because you told me to. Dude, when
spoiler alert. Spoilers.
Bro, it's been like a year. If they haven't seen it, that's on them.
I'm sorry. You gotta throw it out there.
Nah, you grown man. It's like the standalone series that they put out there, they've been solid because it's focusing on that one story. Yeah. But like with the movies and the franchises, it's just like, all right, let's build a little extra so we can make money off of it, and then how do we go moving forward and stuff like that. I mean, when they did the Mandalorian series, it was like I don't think that they were expecting anything like as good as it presented, but then like they had like the Kenobi or not the Kenobi series, but the Boba Fett series, and then they were gonna do the
Ahsoka. Wait,
I can't pronounce her name. I'm not even try.
I'm having the brain fart of the name. Guys. I know the name, but I'm having like a.
And then they were gonna do the Ranger one with one MMA chick, who was it got canceled because she said some outlandish shit or whatever. But
I know they've been hyping up the Bad Batch quite a bit too.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that though.
I haven't seen a whole lot of the
I heard Andor was pretty good.
Yeah, I'm hearing that it's pretty solid. It's about the one before the Rogue One, right?
I think
it's like it's around then. Yeah. So there is good stuff there to putting out, but it's just like it's all just one giant blob, man. I mean, like we were saying, the Marvel movies. Dude,
man, they ruined Thor.
Thor: Love and Thunder was one of the worst movies. Legitimately one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life. Like it was, I thought I was watching like a Cartoon Network produced. You know those like
those cheesy.
Yeah, it was so bad. Like,
especially from the way like they left Thor off in Endgames to where he's like
broken and
like, you know, he got his revenge on Thanos kind of thing, and so now it's just kind of
it was like
corny Thor.
It was like they were making the movie for like 5 or 6 years old people who were 5 or 6 years old, but then the movie didn't even feel finished. Like I heard that it's getting like a nomination for the Oscars for best CGI.
Oh God.
I'm like, bro, like Jesus. And it's sad because like when you have serious actors like Christian Bale, obviously is a solid actor. He played the shit out of oh God, the God Butcher, Gore the God Butcher.
Yeah.
Sorry, I can't think right now. But it's like when you have like these good little moments when they're actually trying to do whatever the media of art it is, like whether it's like movies, they're putting it out, and you have these like good little instances, but everything as a whole, it's just like terrible. It's so bad. And like what they're doing with DC, like they just had Henry Cavill like, oh, I'm coming back. Let's do this Black Adam, and they completely wasted it. They had like, I don't know, 15 years to put some shit together, and aside from the 5 or 6 years that fans begged to have the Snyder Cut put out, like DC didn't do anything.
Yeah, that's
that
all
was worth talking about. Like they ruined. I felt like Jason Momoa was the only reason why Aquaman was good, because it was like it was a completely different like Hawaiian like native take on Aquaman. He's just not some dude in orange and tights and all that. And then Wonder Woman, the first one was great. The second one was so fucking bad. Oh my God, it was terrible.
Wonder Woman 84 or something like that.
It was terrible. And it's like, all right, what can we do that we've never done before? Oh, let's bring another Chris something actor back to life. Like, dude, come on. And then The Flash, they were supposed to do the Flash movie, but the actor like did some weird stuff and now he got kicked out.
Dude, it's like an underage girl he was like threatening or something like that. It's on some nut shit. He's been arrested in Hawaii like 3 or 4 times just for acting outlandish and being insane.
And then they introduced Batman with Ben Affleck, which I thought he did a great job.
I thought he was
But
fantastic.
he didn't get his own standalone movie. He was like halfway part of the movie.
Yeah.
And then you had Henry Cavill, who awesome actor.
I thought they had it with Henry Cavill and Batman.
He like, yeah, that's the point where I thought it was heading in the right direction.
Yeah.
And then they just like completely
scrapped it.
And then they had The Rock trying to promote this movie for like 15 years, Black Adam. And it was an okay movie. I mean, I'm not going to go crazy to watch it again. Solid. I thought it was pretty solid. And the best part of the entire movie was the 15-second end credits where they teased a Black Adam and Superman movie. Yeah. And they're not even going to make that shit no more. Like, dude, what is going on?
Yeah, they're scrapping the whole entire universe. And
I don't know how they're going to... I don't pretend to know the Hollywood world or how it works or how movies get made and everything, but I am significantly like passionate about movies, like the cinematography, the directors, the writing, the blocking, acting, all of it. I love it, and it's not hard to tell why a movie is being made. Oh, Amsterdam. Did you see Amsterdam? It's with Christian Bale and Denzel. I'm sorry that I'm using your dad as like who you are, but Denzel Washington's son, and he was in Tenet.
I don't think I've seen Tenet either.
Oh, God. And it had Margot Robbie. Like, it was a really solid, good film, but I can see that movie not making a crazy amount of money like a Marvel movie or whatever, because it was like, it felt like they were making it about film, and it wasn't like a fast-paced movie. It was slow, but it was telling a story, and I thought it was very excellent, like well made. And I looked at the director, and he was the same one who did American Hustle. That's another Christian Bale movie. Silver Lining Playbook with Jennifer Lawrence and God, I can't remember his name. The guy who played American Sniper.
Oh, Bradley Cooper.
Yes, Bradley Cooper. And it's like, it was a well-made movie with like good direction. It had some problems, but like I could tell why the movie was made. And it's like, do we need another Fast and the Furious franchise? Number 11, will they bring back another person because they started in the streets of LA and now they're like, we got to save the moon or something like
save the moon.
Something wild. Like, why? It's terrible.
I remember that was a running joke on Twitter, and I think in the new one they actually went to the moon.
The last one they went to space.
Yeah, like space was the running joke on Twitter, and they actually did it.
It was
I think because we're such a fast-paced environment now too. Like,
Well, you kind of have to be. I mean, news is news for something for like 5-6 minutes. Everybody covers it, and then that's it. And everybody's
everybody's looking for the next thing. It's
attention span. There we go.
Oh,
I got one
yeah.
of goldfish. Everybody's attention span is just like you got to look at it now. Everybody's on their phone. There's constant information. Even like when we grew up, when I was like, I don't know, 9 or 10, like I'd play outside all damn day on the bike, doing whatever in their neighborhood. And that was the day. But now it's like there's a million things going on. You're on your phone constantly. You're watching TV while you're on your phone, and you're getting texts, and you're Snapchatting at the same time. And it's just like there's constant stimulation.
yeah.
And, I'm not surprised why people were going crazy. I mean, the depression and anxiety rate for, our generation and the one in front of it's just wild. People having all these problems, and it's just, there's so much telling you that you got to do more. You just feel like as soon as you start your day, wake up, you're on your phone, checking what's going on in the world. Then you got to do this, then you got to do that, or you got to go at work and got to pay these bills, and you got to get, the newest car, the newest this or the newest that. I mean, just as a guy, we're supposed to, I don't know how controversial you want to be for the first one back, but it's like for guys, we gotta
Get your rocks off.
be the man, but let women be equal. We gotta be a gentleman, but we can't let them pay for stuff, or we can let them pay for stuff, but we gotta take care of the household. But then a woman should be independent, not have to stay home with the kid. And it's just like everybody's telling you to be a certain thing or do what society does. And especially like right now when you can get canceled for anything, like you say one wrong thing 25 years ago and you're done. Yeah. And then people who you don't even know or you haven't even met like decide whether like we do this for fun, but if this was like our career or anything, like we were making money off of this, like Mr. Beast or something like that, like making stupid money, you have to worry about everything you say because everything offends someone in some shape or form. Like it's not my fault. Well, I shouldn't say that. It's not me to decide how you feel about something. Like if I say something, it's coming from a place of honesty, and I'm never trying to like be spiteful or try to like hurt someone's feelings just do it out. But if I say something it hurts your feelings, how is that my fault? Like you decide how you feel about it.
Yeah.
And I understand there's some things that people say that are just like they're trying to get something out of people just because, it'll go viral or something like that. But for the last 20 years, I feel like the more and more comfort that we have, the softer people have become and the more entitled that they feel. Like, teenagers going to war in like World War II or World War I or when, getting drafted, they didn't care about what people thought of them because they had bigger problems. Like people who have actual problems who were worried about, man, I got to work 50, 60 hours a week to feed my kids. Like they're not worried about what bathroom they got to use. They're just getting stuff done. Like,
well, I think now it's just like the age of like cameras and social media. Everything is broadcasted. So now everybody has an opinion on things.
I think that
when a lot of people shouldn't. You could probably say the same about, a lot of people just shouldn't have an opinion.
Well, I think everybody's entitled to their own opinion, but that doesn't make it right.
Well, like I think everyone should have their own opinion, but everyone shouldn't be able to broadcast their opinion.
Yeah, but it's like if you don't want,
a lot of people are stupid.
If you don't want to hear what someone has to say, you just don't listen. Just it's as simple as that. It's like what you say hurts my feelings. Okay, well then don't listen. I'm not forcing you.
Was it Tyler the Creator?
Yeah,
that was just like how is cyberbullying real? Just turn off the computer.
Yeah, exactly. Like I understand.
It's the same thing like with stuff you don't listen to. All right, don't listen to it. Shut it off. Yeah. Simplicity.
And I try to
solutions.
I try to keep an open mind. Be about anything really. I think everybody has something to offer someone else as far as like their outlook on life. Because I've only lived like my own life, so I don't know how someone in Japan views like world politics or democracy or whatever, or someone in Ethiopia thinks about transgender. Like I have no idea. So I'm open to think about it, but just because my opinion differs from someone else's, I don't think it's more right or more wrong. But for someone to tell me that I'm wrong without listening to my side, I think it's like wild. And that's a lot of the conversations to go around right now. It's like if there's not a certain narrative that you want to push or you don't necessarily agree with, then like your opinion doesn't matter and you're automatically wrong, which is another problem that we have with this generation, man. So that's gonna be it for the first episode, guys. I appreciate you guys listening in. Like I said, we're gonna try to do this once a week, me and Eli, get it going. If you have a certain thing you want us to talk about, or you have a view, maybe you agree with, disagree with, want to have us cover a certain topic, just let us know. We'll put all links, social media, or comment below, whatever you want to do, you know. But we'll put this hopefully in a couple days, and then we'll try to get one out exactly once a week. We'll try to figure out whether it's like Tuesday or Wednesday or whatever we want to record. Yeah. But if there's anything you want us to cover, let us know. Hope you guys have a great rest of the day. Peace.